Hey everybody. So they screwed up my testing, and because I'm not hospitalized or in the medical field here in Minnesota, they won't retest me. I was advised to stay home, quarantined until my symptoms are gone. Well, as you know, I live on 1,200 acres, no neighbors. So I'm feeling a little bit better. Still a little bit of breathing issues. Annoying cough is still kind of there. But I'm hoping come tomorrow it'll be completely gone. And then I have to sit home an additional 3 days before I can go back to work or rejoin society. So that'll probably won't happen until this following Monday. So because I am theoretically quarantined because nobody's here, I decided to come out and do a video because that's what this channel is about. So I got this little grate, I've got a stake. I'm going to attempt to do my very first Dakota fire hole. So what you do is you dig a hole straight down, you dig a hole next to it, you punch through, and it creates kind of a U shape. You put all your wood in here, you cut it down to about the size of the height of the hole, and then the wind comes through here, helps it burn really efficiently, helps cut down on the smoke, and the fire is not very visible. Now this isn't for heat. You're not gonna get a lot of heat from it, so if you're trying to stay warm, build a different type of fire. But so this grate is roughly the size I want to dig this hole, a little bit smaller probably. So we're gonna toss that right there, and hopefully this ground is thawed out. This might take me a few minutes. Okay, I'm gonna make this go a little bit faster so you guys don't have to watch me dig this hole for the next 20 minutes. Okay, so, sorry, out of breath. There's the two holes. I saved the dirt. Look at that. Perfect fit. I saved this dirt. Sorry, trying to catch my breath. So I can shove it back into the fire hole when I'm done to extinguish it. I'm gonna come over here and grab some birch bark. Help get this fire going. That winded me. That's the joys of this stuff and being an asthmatic. Yeah, this isn't the best tree to get birch bark from. Okay, we're gonna go to a different birch tree. Here we go. Looks like a yellow birch. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. Maybe they're called red birch, I don't remember. That's pretty swampy. Don't think I'll go out there. I'm just gonna See how much more I can get from this tree. Hopefully it'll dry out in my pocket, but we'll get back to you here shortly. Okay, so just so everybody knows, I'm mostly going to be out of frame for this. I got my birch bark sitting right over there by the grate. Brought my fire steel. I'm going to see if I can't get a fire going to that. I also have some of this Instafire fire starter. I love this stuff. The link to purchase this on your own will be in the description, along with a couple other things. So first thing I'm going to do is put some wood down in the bottom there, just to kind of keep the fire up off the ground, you know, for when it starts to burn. And then yeah, this stuff's still a little bit damp, unfortunately. So hopefully it'll take a spark. Just gonna put that in my pocket. Now this is going to be somewhat difficult to catch with a spark down there, so I think I'm gonna put a little bit of this back in my pocket to try to dry it out some more, and go from there. There, that should hopefully be enough. I'm not sure if this is going to take a spark. Like I said, it's damp out today. There's real foggy out, but I don't know. We're going to try. And I got my mower knife. Come on. Not getting this in one strike or one try. Oops. Oops. Come on, baby. It's trying. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Come on, wind. It's definitely, this mower knife definitely throws off a bigger spark. Unfortunately, like I said, everything's damp, and now the wind decided to pick up. It's not supposed to be windy at all today, but such is life.
just get the spark blend right, I think it would ignite without an issue. There we go. Oh, come on, really? I had it. Okay, come on, stay burning. Ah. Holy cow. Holy smokes. I can see this is going to be drawn out. Okay, I give up on that. Just being stubborn, I guess. So, we're gonna, there it is. There, we're gonna try this. I'll hopefully get it going. Excuse me. That's too green. I do have a life hack, if that's what you want to call it, for the toilet paper crisis. Dude Wipes new mint chill, in case you want your bum to be minty fresh. These things are awesome. They are plant sourced fibers, so they're biodegradable, and they're free of parabens and dyes, whatever that is. But they have mint, eucalyptus, and tea tree essential oils in them. Really nice. I'll put a description or a link in the description if you want to purchase some of these. Much better than toilet paper. Believe it or not, they are safe to flush down the septic tank or bury or whatever. Okay, that's starting to burn pretty good. Like I said, this is my first time doing a Dakota fire hole, so bear with me. I'm gonna get a really good bed of coals going while this ouch, gets going here. Okay, another thing that's great about these, they come in handy when you're sick. Oh yeah, really good amount of heat coming out of there. Ouch. This thing is really efficient, this type of fire. I just threw some new wood on there, so it's going to smoke for a little bit. But as you could see, there is barely any smoke coming out of there. That's how efficient these Dakota fire holes are. All the air is getting sucked in here to kind of force feed it like a rocket stove. There we go, sorry. I really don't even think I'm going to need any more wood because this thing is just that efficient. Brought my little water bottle out. I need to stay hydrated. Just gotta wait for that to start cooking or burning again. Okay, see how I'm blowing the smoke out that way? That's how it works. And the wind's blowing this way, so in theory it should be blowing right through just like an oven. I'm gonna set that like that just to help direct that wind in when it gusts. Okay, I think we're gonna set that on there. A fair amount of heat coming through. Excuse me. Actually, we're gonna throw a couple more twigs on there just to get this going just a little bit better. That's still kind of dry or wet, I mean. Okay, that should be plenty of wood for what I'm doing. This is that other steak from when I bought two. Hopefully it didn't get freezer burnt. And we're just gonna do it up with some Montreal, like always. Fire's getting toasty. And now the fire's burning really good. Maybe I put too much wood on there. But you see how all the smoke's gone and everything? So if you're doing kind of like a stealthy thing where you're trying not to be noticed, this is a great fire. You know, if the ground was a little bit softer, I could certainly dig it by hand and a stick. But I brought my shovel, as you can see, just to speed it up a little bit. But we're gonna let that cook, and then yeah, I'll get back to you. Excuse me. Sorry about that annoying cough. Ouch. So, thinking the steak, found my fork, is done. And, still a fair amount of heat coming out of that, but I made a fork too, but I don't need it anymore. So, yeah, we're gonna call this done. And we're gonna take this grate off, set it right there to cool down. I'm gonna throw a little bit more wood in here, just so you guys can see how awesome and efficient this thing is. The ground is still wet and frozen in a couple of spots, so when I put all this wet dirt on top of it, I'm not going to be nervous. That should be in frame. I'm probably not, just the way this camera films or zooms in automatically. Oh yeah, that is perfect. Good news today, Sean Brown, the winner of the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, he should be receiving his Mora knife today. Love this knife, really do. Oh, really? That is a perfect steak. When I was younger, I always made my steaks well done. They had to be brown all the way through, kind of burnt on the outside, or I wouldn't eat them. And as I got older and my taste buds evidently matured, I started making them rare, medium rare, so much better. There we go. So once it gets a flame behind it, the smoke completely disappears because it's being fed like a furnace. It's not that I'm physically pumping air into it, but air is flowing through there, through the little tunnel up here. I mean, there's almost no smoke at all. Once it really gets burning, there won't be any smoke at all. So I mean, this is just a really good stealthy fire for cooking. Another thing you could do if you are up in bear country, you can, I gotta get a drink of water. Sorry, I was on a rant. So another thing you can do if you are up in bear country, you probably don't really want to cook in your camp. So you could go away from your camp, do something like this, do all your cooking. You know, all you need, like I said, is a small shovel would be handy, but I'm sure you could do this with your hands and a stick and just a little grate like that. You can see how well it worked, but you know, that way it'd keep the smell of food out of your camp and everything else. Or if you're, you know, just trying to make a low impact, you could do that too. And there is heat coming out of this, but it's designed for cooking. I mean, I'm sure if you had some kind of a shelter or something and needed a little bit of heat, you might be able to get enough out of this to stay a little bit warm. But again, like I said, it's designed for cooking. Works awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing some more of this. I'll probably dig one of these at the mega shelter, just to do all my cooking this summer. You know, I'm not going to make every video out there. Like I said, I've got a bunch of plans this summer. I just got to get over this cold or whatever it is that I have, and wait for summer to actually get here. But yeah, very, very efficient fire. It really is. And yeah, that's warm. If I needed to boil a pot of water or cook a stew or something like that, this would be great. You know, I could have dug a little channel here just so I could keep feeding it wood. Would have helped, but this is just a